Hey everyone, I'm just gonna jump on and go live here. I went live in the field before when we did the soil sample, so now I'm gonna go live again because I'm a huge procrastinator, and here we are a month later and I have all these soil samples still sitting on my porch. It's a whole bunch of kids running around outside. My kids are inside. Thank you, Charles, for watching. Can't wait to see your comments. So basically, after we last spoke, and I'm on a rocking chair, so this is gonna go well. So after we last spoke, I mailed out for one of these pretty nifty Clemson soil sample kits. I didn't really read the directions, so I only got one of these. And it's good for one sample, but I did call and talk to someone from the lab, and they said it's okay if I just put my samples in Ziploc bags and mail them out in like a big, like box or whatever. So I'm going to do that. But it does come with everything that you need. It comes with your soil sample bag, and normally you do one sample per 10 acres. I have this thing called a do too much gene. So for about 20 acres, we're gonna do 12 samples. But it's actually kind of okay, and I'm gonna say why in a minute. So with this kit, it also comes with this home lawn and garden soil test questionnaire that you can fill out, so that they kind of have an idea of your soil. And it comes with a return envelope, postage paid, because you paid for this whole thing to come to you. And with that, there's some other information that you have to fill out. You have to fill out one of these soil analysis forms. I did some of the information on the top. And there's all kinds of different soil tests that you can get if you want to do something more specific. I haven't tasted the soils yet. Some of them I probably would taste, and some of them I would for sure not taste. And I will show you them in a minute now that they're very dried. But you can say if you want to do different types of tests, you can kind of put that on here. Too much gene card. Yes, I don't know where that's from. So like I said, I think that it's okay that we have way too many samples than we're supposed to have. Certainly if you have more samples, you just pay for more samples. And they're pretty reasonably priced, I think. So this is why I think it's okay with more samples. This is an old map. This is not a current map. This is an old map of our property, and as you can see here, this is our big rattle box field. And this part down here looks to be all the same. Then it looks like there's some trees, and it looks like there's something else over here. So, so it's kind of pretty diverse. And then our other samples came from this area down in here. So this map is cool, and I got this from the USDA Web Soil Survey website. I actually took a class this fall. It was called Generation Next through Texas A&M. It's like a semester long, like a 12-week class. And you get a little certificate at the end. I got a cool t-shirt. But it's really cool because it teaches you all kinds of things about, ranching, farming, kind of that whole industry. And I learned a lot. It was specific to Texas, but there was a lot of stuff that was, good for anywhere. And the stuff that was super specific to Texas, like water laws, fence laws, things like that, I was just able to look it up by myself. For South Carolina. I was able to look it up myself for South Carolina. And I was able to ask questions, and my professor put me in touch with somebody awesome from Clemson University, so I was able to reach out to him, and he was able to answer all my more specific questions. So this map from the USDA website is really cool. I don't know if you can kind of see there's numbers, different areas here in our property. And this is an old map, like I said, but this is a good map because it tells us what type of soil we have, and it really shouldn't change kind of the soil that you have in your area. The Clemson University website kind of offers you this map to kind of see regionally what type of soils you should have. Thanks, Barrett and Marcia, for watching. So this is kind of an overview that Clemson gives you when you look on the website for the soil survey, but this USDA map is specific to our property. So up in the pasture area, kind of the main pasture that we talk about a lot, that has the rattle box in it, that has Goldsboro loamy fine sand. So that's what's supposed to be up in there. That's this whole kind of squiggly area up in here. There's also some down here also, so that's a little bit of what's in our south pasture as well. And then this one right in the middle here is also where our south pasture is. And that's Rains Sandy Loam. So we have two kind of different types of soil, the Goldsboro Loamy Fine Sand and the Rains Sandy Loam. So somebody at work was kind of explaining to me that if you have loamy sand, that's different than having sandy loam. Like if you have greenish blue is kind of different than bluish green. I have more to learn about soil because that doesn't seem right. But so this is another map, and I'm including all these fun things. So this is an old map. This map is an old map of our property, but it's cool because it has the types of soil. This map is a more recent map of our property, so you can see the whole pasture there. And then you can see this is like our south pasture here. So the pasture is kind of not divided anymore like it was before by these random trees. Barrett, I have so much more to learn about soil. It's not even funny. So I'm gonna send them this picture also. This is like a blow up of like the main pasture area here and kind of where all our samples were diverse all around. So it looks like this is kind of the bottom area, and then there's like the tree line here, and then there was like that top area. So that's why, in my opinion, it's okay that it's all different. And Trey and I still haven't totally figured out what our game plan's going to be. We're burning in March. February 10th, we're supposed to be going to a prescribed burn class. I'm super excited about that. But the last two have been canceled because of COVID, so I don't know if we're going to get to go. But hopefully we'll still get the material because we're burning in March. So once we burn, then we're going to get a better plan of what we're going to do. But in case we're going to break this up into paddocks and then have kind of overseed or kind of have some different types of grass that we plant in there. If we have some rye or some oats or anything like that, in addition to the grasses that we have mostly Bahia grass. We might overseed some Bermuda grass. We have blue grass also. And then this is our south pasture. It's a little bit smaller, but again, there's no rattle box in there. So without further ado, here we go. I still need to fill out my paperwork. So without further ado, I need to put two cups of soil. So I'm just going to use these bags. I have a Sharpie here so I can label them. So for sample number 1, I labeled the plates, and I'm going to show you. If I can turn this around, that would make things a lot easier. So this is our sample number 1 here. I'm just going to kind of touch them and just kind of describe them. I was supposed to break it up beforehand, which I didn't do. But this is kind of, it's definitely harder. But it's also like fine. When you break it down, it's like very fine. Going backwards here. This is sample number 4. So again, you can see between sample number 1 and sample number 4, I mean, even the colors, right? They're very different. And again, going back to our map, sample number 1 is down here. Sample number 4 is all the way up here. And again, looking at the old map, sample number 1 would be like down here. And sample number 4 would be up here. So you can definitely tell that there's some different type of soils going on. Again, why I think it's okay that we have more than 1 sample per 10 acres. So this one is like this one's very sandy. This is definitely very like beachy. And just to recap, that number 36 is the, now I have to look at my hand that I just, so 36, so that's the Goldsboro Loamy Fine Sand. And 36 is just on the map, kind of what it is. So this is supposed to be sandy, but definitely you can see how there's a difference between this one and this one. And that's just from different areas in the pasture. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but I did just want to note kind of another difference. These all over here, if you can see these like super dark ones, especially this up at the top. Ooh, where's my finger? These ones up here. I'm just going to grab this one. This is number 10, sample number 10. And again, just looking at our map, we've compared number 1, number 4, and then number 10 down here. And number 10 is from right here, down here. So this one is super kind of, this is gray first of all. The others are definitely shades of brown. This one's for sure gray, and it's like very, just like these big clumps. Like it's kind of hard to break up. So this is more, yeah, Cara's clay. I also think this is clay in my very limited soil education. So I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see the different soil types that we have here from all around the property, and even in pretty close areas. You know, these two are within a couple 100 feet. That whole pasture is only about a quarter of a mile long. And so, you know, I guess they're probably about a quarter of a mile apart. But soil's very different. And then even going another quarter of a mile away, you get this one. So it's just kind of all throughout the property, just these different soils that we have. It's pretty cool to see, and it's pretty cool to see the different grasses that are growing there. The grasses are growing really well in this area. And there's this area is really wet, so that's one thing. There's a lot of water in this area. So we haven't even finished cutting it all. Whereas this area is a lot drier. This is our highest spot. Sample number 3 is probably the highest spot on the entire property. And for example, 3 is up here. It kind of looks, 3 I guess is kind of in the middle. But then our low spots, I can't tell specifically which one of these. I don't remember which one of these was the low spots, but this area is definitely lower. It's holding a lot of water, and this here is kind of swampy. That's why those trees are so dense, because they can't be thinned. So anyways, I'm gonna be out here. I got my bag label number 1 so far. I'm gonna label the other bags. I'm gonna package them up, and then for accountability, I'm gonna have to probably go live again as proof that I actually put these in the mail. But if anyone's received anything Christmas card related from me, you will know they're super late. And in the event you didn't get one when Bobby was 1 year old and Riley was just born, I still have all 100 of them in my house in a Shutterfly box that I never sent out. So yeah, but hopefully I'm gonna get these all packaged up today. I have the address, I have all the forms I need to do, and I should send them out on Monday. So thanks for watching. Let us know if you have any questions, and I will do my best to try to figure them out. And cool sweatshirts. Stay posted for some updates on the sweatshirts. We've had a lot of requests. These are actually not the correct ones that were supposed to come. This has like 1 pocket. It has like 2 pockets instead of one that goes all the way through. So if you did order these sweatshirts, I try to reach out to everyone. But if you order these sweatshirts back in December, if you call Shutterfly, they'll replace it with the one that has the pocket that goes all the way through, but they ran out of stock. So if you want the correct sweatshirt, maybe we might be re-releasing our swag, because a lot of people have been interested. So stay tuned, because maybe I can get Trey to do a video with me and go live and We'll see, probably not. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to send these soil samples out. I can't believe the kids haven't come out yet to see what I'm doing. And it's going to rain, so I'm going to do this today rather than getting rained on and doing it tomorrow. So have a good Saturday night. Bye.